Hello. From time to time, I encounter problems that I need to address when I'm restoring or recasting vintage auto parts out of plastic. So I decided to make some short videos on my fixes, my get-arounds, and my problem solvings that I encounter. Here at Knobsoup, we recast vintage steering wheels, restore, mold, and cast dashboard knobs, escutcheons, and rubber items for antique, vintage, and classic cars. This is a 1937 Ford housing and taillight. And over here I have a 1937 Lincoln Zephyr taillight lens. Today we're going to marry the two, so we're going to end up with a 1937 taillight with a 1937 Lincoln Zephyr lens. And that's the challenge today. This is a 1937 Ford taillight, housing bezel, and lens. Over here, I have a 1937 Lincoln Zephyr taillight lens. The dimension of this taillight lens, this is glass. This is glass. So in my research, the lens on a 37 Ford taillight is the exact dimension as the Lincoln Zephyr, which means that if I marry this to this bezel, we will have a 37 Ford Zephyr taillight. The Lincoln Zephyr mounting bracket is a bayonet type, while the 37 Ford taillight has just a simple lip that holds it in place. Since I can't cut this glass bayonet style mounting, I'm going to take a reproduction taillight lens that I made. This is made out of resin. And I'm going to cut it here. And then I'm going to mold this type of mounting bracket and glue the two together, and we will have a resin taillight that fits the housing bracket. I've taken the 37 Ford taillight, put it onto this piece of acrylic, and I added a dam to hold the silicone in, make myself a mold so that I have a lip for the 37 Zephyr taillight. This is the mold that I made of my 37 Ford taillight lens because I needed this rim here. I use the same resin that I use in my taillights for the 37 Zephyr taillight. So I'm going to take it out now. Now I'll clean this up on a sander, but it'll be the same size so it will fit inside that rim. And then I'll put it on my sander. Now I'm going to take, this is my 37 Zephyr taillight lens. And as I mentioned before, this bayonet will not fit inside the 37 ring. So I'm going to take it over to my bandsaw and cut this off and then sand it down and marry it to this new ring that I made. Put some duct tape on top of this lens so I could hold it a little steadier. Okay, now that we've got the ring retainer, we're going to attach it to the 37 taillight lens that I trimmed off. So I'm going to super glue it in place. Now that we've tacked it in place, let's go ahead and finish super gluing the inside. Well, there you have it. A 1937 Lincoln Zephyr Tail Light with a mounting bracket for a 1937 Ford housing. Now let's make a gasket out of silicone. Now the gasket's in there. Let's fit it onto the 37 Ford housing. Very good. Now let's hook it up to the power. And there you have it, a 1937 Zephyr Tail Light lens adapted to a 1937 Ford taillight housing. Thank you for watching.